Welcome back to Wife Swap Denmark! As a recap, Claudius married his dead brother's wife, Gertrude, making him the new king of Denmark. But Hamlet, his brother's son and newly returned home with a friend from college, Horatio, accuses him of killing his father. Hamlet denied Laertes' sister Ophelia in marriage, and she died in grief. Laertes now blames Hamlet for her and his father's death. This leads us here, to the throne room, where tensions are rising.
Come, Hamlet, come and take this hand from me.
Give me your pardon, sir. I have done you wrong. But pardon it as you are a gentleman. Was Hamlet wronged Laertes?
Yeah.
Never Hamlet. Who does it, then his madness. If it be so, Hamlet is of the faction that is wronged. His madness is poor Hamlet's enemy. Sir, in this audience, let my disclaiming from a purposed evil free me so far in your most generous thoughts, that I have shot my arrow o'er the house and hurt my brother.
I am satisfied in nature, whose motive in this case should stir me most to my revenge. But in my terms of honor, I stand aloof and will no reconcilement till by some elder masters of known honor I have a voice and precedence of peace to keep my name on gourd. But till that time I do receive your offered love like love, and will not wrong it.
I embrace it freely, and will this brother's wager frankly play. Give us the foils. Come on.
Come, one for me. Let's go.
I'll be your foil, Laertes. In mine ignorance, your skill shall, like a star in the darkest night, stick fiery off indeed.
You mock me, sir.
Oh, I definitely am. This guy is way too easy to piss off. And I thought I needed therapy. He's directly in Claudius's lap like a dog. It's pretty funny. I want to see how far this will go. No, by this hand.
Take you foils. Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager?
Very well, my lord. Your grace has laid the odds to the weaker side.
I do not fear it. I have seen you both. But since he is better, we have therefore odds. If Hamlets give the first or second hit, or quit in answer of the third exchange, let all the battlements their ordnance fire, the king shall drink to Hamlet's better breath, and in the cup and union shall he throw richer than that which 4 successive kings in Denmark's crown have worn. Give me the cups, and let the kettle to the trumpet speak, the trumpet to the cannoneer without, the cannons to the heavens to earth. Now the king drinks too. Hamlet, come, begin, and you, the judges, bear an wary eye.
Come on, sir.
Come, my lord.
1.
No!
Stay. Give me drink. Hamlet, this pearl is thine. Here's to thy health. Give him the cup.
I'll play this bout first. Set it by a while. Come.
Yeah, check it out, huh? Damn it. All right.
Another hit. What say you?
A touch, I do confess it. Shut up.
Our son shall win.
He's fat and scant of breath. Here, Hamlet, take my napkin, rub thy brow. The queen carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Good madam.
Gertrude, please do not drink, please.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
It is the poisoned cup. It is too late. Well, this is when I knew my up. Like, why didn't Gertrude just listen to me? Is it really that hard? Now that dumb emo kid is actually going to kill me, like it's not my fault that my brother was in the way of the throne. And he has the moral high horse here? He just came home from college and now he's all, oh, you killed my dad. Why are you getting with my mom? And then he goes and gets Ophelia killed. Like, who does this kid think he is?
I dare not drink yet, madam. By and by.
Come, let me wipe thy face.
My lord, I'll hit him now.
I do not think it.
And yet, it is almost against my conscience.
Come for the third, Laertes. You do but dally. I pray you pass with your best violence. I'm afeard you make a wanton of me.
Say you so? How about you now? Come on.
Depart them, they are incensed.
Nay, come again.
They bleed on both sides. How is it, my lord?
Why is a woodcock to mine own Springe, Horatio? I am justly killed with mine own treachery.
How does the queen?
Oh, she swoons to see them bleed.
No, the drink, oh my dear Hamlet, the drink, I am poisoned.
Villainy! Ho! Let the door be locked. Treachery, seek it out.
It is here, Hamlet. Hamlet, thou art slain. No medicine in the world can do thee good. In thee there is not half an hour's life. The treacherous instrument is in my hand. Unbaited and envenomed, the foul practice hath turned itself on me. Lo! Here I lie, never to rise again. My mother's poisoned. I can no more. The king's to blame!
The point envenomed too. Envenomed to thy work.
Oh, yet defend me, friends, I am but hurt.
Here, thou incestuous, murderous, damned Dane. Drink of this poison. Is thy union here? Follow my mother.
He is justly served. It is a poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my father's death come not upon thee, nor thine on me.
Heaven make thee free of it. I follow thee. I am dead, Horatio. Wretched queen, adieu. You that are but mutes or audience to this act, had I but time, oh, I could tell you. But let it be. Horatio, I am dead. Thou livest. Report me and my cause aright to the unsatisfied.
I never believe it. I am more an antique Roman than a Dane. Here's yet some liquor left.
As thou art a man, give me the cup. Let go, by heaven, I'll have it.
No.
Oh God, Horatio, what a wounded name. Things standing thus unknown shall I leave behind me. If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain to tell my story. Oh, I die, Horatio. Oh.
Now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
Hey everyone, I'm James. I'm here to tell you about my first full-time job. Everyone has had a crazy job story. This one just happens to be mine. It was last summer, and I had just graduated from the University of Illinois with a degree in English. Now, I know what you're thinking. You paid $30,000 just to get a piece of paper that says you know how to read and write? And to that I say, actually I'm out of state, so it was more like $50,000. Nonetheless, I had the world's most expensive participation trophy in hand, and I was ready to take on whatever came next. My first job was at a place called Abbreviation Incorporated. A long name for an abbreviation company. The job description was pretty vague. All I had to do were tasks as necessary, whatever that meant. Regardless, I was ready to take on the professional field. More importantly, I was ready for a paycheck. On my first day, they called us in for an all-staff meeting. Here's how that went. But before we get knee-deep in the plot, you may be thinking, you said this takes place in the past. Why is the reenactment over Zoom? And to that I say, this is a charity show. Please stop pointing out continuity errors. Anyways, let's get into the meeting.
Dottie, you're muted.
Is this it? Is this our entire staff? Dottie, can you take attendance?
Well, we have more employees, but they weren't casted because they don't play a big enough role in this meeting.
Fair enough. Well, thank you, Dottie. Before we get started, I guess I should introduce the new guy. Everyone, this is James.
Hey, everyone.
As you know, I'm Dave, and I've been the boss here for way too long. And this is...
I'm Brittany, with a Y.
Don't all Britneys have a Y?
Well, mine's like at the beginning, BRYTANY.
Jeez, I would hate to meet your parents.
Careful there, sweet cheeks.
Brittany is my daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
But don't worry. You can thank her mother for that atrocity of a name.
Daddy, ouch.
If you say Daddy one more time, I swear to God, I will pick you up by your hair and punch you across this office.
Oh, that's nice.
He's like totally kidding. We kid with each other.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, the name's Dottie. I've been working here since we started up.
She's our secretary.
Honey, you know we prefer the term administrative assistant. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing you.
Okay, well, if we're done kerfuffling around, I'd love to get started. We have a very important job to do. We have been given the task of creating the 2-letter abbreviations for each state.
And there it was, the task that changed my life. You may be confused, so let me clear this up for you. Up until this point, every state had their own abbreviations, and it was chaos. Massachusetts was MASS, Florida was FLA, Utah was, well, Utah. That is until the post office came in and said, no, we need everybody to get it down to just 2 letters. And who better to do that than our ragtag group of rogues and misfits here at Abbreviation Incorporated.
So let's get started. Alabama.
Hey, Al. Holy crap, this is easy. We're going to finish before lunch.
Guys, if we finish before lunch, lunch is on me.
I heard McDonald's has a new thing called a McRib.
Just for context, the McRib had just been invented, and it was sweeping the nation. Everybody wanted to get their hands on some boneless mystery meat smothered in barbecue sauce.
He just offered to buy lunch, and you're gonna get a McRib? Why not, like, splurge, live a little? Besides, I can't have a McRib. I'm, like, vegan.
Since when?
Since yesterday, duh. Actually, I did have cereal for breakfast, so since, like, 9:30.
Okay. Well, I can buy everyone a McRib and you can have a granola bar or something.
What about fries? Are y'all getting fries? I'll get some if you get some.
I do like fries.
Sorry, can we, like, get back to abbreviating the states? We still have, like, 49 left.
Sure. What's next?
Alaska. Everybody cool with AL?
Sir, I think we already used that one before.
Are you, like, sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, let's check the minutes. Dottie, could you read us the minutes?
You mean the minute?
Oh, Dottie. That is so Dottie. Oh, Dottie, what are we going to do with you?
Give me a raise and a martini?
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, Dottie. Oh. Read back the minutes, you sassy pistol.
All right, honey bun. Brittany is like a vegan, and Alaska AL, Alabama AL.
Okay. Why don't we just come back to it? It's not going to happen again. It's certainly not going to happen 27 more times.
Foreshadowing.
All right, what's next?
Arizona.
AR.
Look at that, we're back on track.
Okay, next, Arkansas. Shit. It's okay. We'll come back to it. Won't happen again. California.
CA.
There we go. Colorado.
CO.
Momentum. Connecticut. We're screwed.
Somebody needs a drink.
Not now, you errant minx. All right, let's take a break. Maybe we'll think of something. I need to get this done. I have a meeting with my divorce attorney this afternoon.
Wait, you and Mom are, like, separating?
No, we're not like separating. We're separating permanently. Be back here in 5.
I'd like to say that things got better, but they didn't. By the time we got to Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, followed by Minnesota, Michigan, Mississippi, and Missouri, we were at each other's throats.
Maine, MA, that makes Massachusetts.
MS, but then Mississippi has to be MI.
But then we have, like, Minnesota and Missouri.
Dottie, if you chomp on that gum one more time.
Hey, this, like, isn't her fault.
Just everyone shut up! Does anyone have anything to say that won't make me want to fire them?
I think we should get some help. Call up another company.
What? Like a contractor?
No. A contractor.
Ooh, he's a smart one.
I have a buddy from college. Contraction is a specialty.
That's what she... Never mind.
He makes a living by taking words and either combining them or apostrophizing them. He's a legend. You wouldn't know his name, but you would know his work. He wrote timeless classics such as O'Clock. No, seriously. Back in the day, people would say it's 9 of the clock or 10 of the clock. This visionary said we don't need the I could do that with a sky, comma. He wrote the very innovative would. He looked at we would have and said, I can do that in half the letters.
Oh, I, like, know him. He wrote, like, the most controversial contraction of, like, all time. Won't. They said, how can you abbreviate will not without, like, using a single L? His legendary response was like, are you saying I won't be able to do it? 'Cause I just did.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Well, what the hell are we waiting for? Get this guy on the phone, Dottie!
Way ahead of you, baby cakes.
And we did. He helped us finish the job. He actually ended up taking my job, but that's okay. He deserved it. Well, now we enter the where are they now portion of the sketch. After the contractor took my job, he married Brittany. He even ended up abbreviating her name to Britt. Dave did get that divorce, but to his delight, his wife took full custody of Britt. Dottie, well, what else is there to say about Dottie? Dottie continued to work for Abbreviation Incorporated for many more years as a secretary, answering every call with,
Abbreviations Incorporated, known for abbreviating the states. How may we fulfill your abbreviating needs?
a long intro for an abbreviation company.
Good morrow, Baptista.
God save you, madam.
And you, pray, have you not a daughter called Katharina, fair and virtuous?
I have a daughter, sir, called Katerina.
I am a gentlewoman of Verona, that hearing of her beauty and her wit, her affability and bashful modesty, her wondrous qualities and mild behavior, am bold to show myself a forward guest within your house, to make mine eye the witness of that report which I so oft have heard.
For my daughter, Catherine, this I know. She is not for your turn. The more my grief.
I see you do not mean to part with her, or else you like not of my company.
Mistake me not. I speak but as I find. What may I call your name?
Petruchia is my name, Signora Baptista. My business asketh haste. I tell you, mother, I am as peremptory as she is proud-minded, and where two raging fires meet together, they do consume the thing that feeds their fury. Though little fire grows great with little wind, yet extreme gusts will blow out fire and all. So I to her, and so she yields to me. For I am rough and woo not like a babe.
Well, mayest thou woo, and happy be thy speed, but be thou armed for some unhappy words.
Aye, to the proof, as mountains are for winds that shakes not, though they blow perpetually. Now, by the world, it is a lusty wench. I love her 10 times more than ever I did. Oh, how I long to have some chat with her.
Signor Petruchio, will you go with me, or shall I bring my daughter Kate to you?
I pray you all attend her here, and woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she rail, why, I'll tell her plain that she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say that she frown, oh wait, wrong picture. I'll say she looks as clear as morning roses newly washed with dew. If she deny to wed, I'll crave the day when I shall ask the banns and when we be married. But here she comes. And now, Petruchia, speak. Good morrow, Kate, for that is your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard, but something hard of hearing? They call me Catherine that do talk of me.
You lie. In faith, you are called plain Kate, and bonny Kate, and sometimes Kate the Cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom, Kate Hall, super dainty Kate, for all dainties are in fact Kates, and therefore, Kitty Kate. Take this of me, Kate of my consolation. Hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtue spoke of, and thy beauty sounded, and yet not so deeply as to thee belongs. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved in good hence. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first. You were immovable.
Why? What's immovable?
A joint stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come, Kate. Sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee, for knowing thee to be but young and light.
Too light for such a swain as you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should buzz.
Well taken, and like a buzzard.
Come, you wasp. If faith you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy, then, is to pluck it out. Ha!
Aye, if the fool could find where it lies.
Who knows not where a wasp wear his sting? In his tail?
In his tongue.
Whose tongue?
Yours, if you talk of tails, and so, farewell.
What? With my tongue in your tail? Nay, come again, Kate, I am a lady.
What is your crest, a coxcomb?
A combless cock, so Kate will be my hen.
No cock of mine, you crow too like a craven.
Nay, come, Kate, come. You must not look so sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab apple.
Why, here's none, and therefore look not sour.
Oh, there is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What, you mean my face?
Well aimed of such a young one.
Now I am too young for you.
Oh, yet you are withered.
'Tis with cares.
I care not.
'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen, and now I find report a very liar. For thou art pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous, but slow in speech, yet sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, nor bite thy lip as angry wenches do. No, nor hast thou pleasure to be cross in talk, but thou with mildness entertainst thy wooers, with gentle conference, soft and affable. Why does the world report Kate is cursed, O slanderous world?
Where did you study all this goodly speech?
Is extempore, from my mother's wit.
A witty mother, witless else her daughter.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
Marry, so I mean, sweet Catherine, in your bed. And therefore, setting all of this chat aside, thus in plain terms, your mother hath consented that you shall be my wife, your dowry agreed upon, and will you nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I will be a wife for your turn, for by this light whereby I see thy beauty that doth make me like thee well, I honestly do. Thou must be married to no one but me, for I am she born to tame you, Kate. Here comes your mother. Never make denial. I must and will have Catherine as my wife.
Why, how now, daughter Catherine?
Call you me daughter? Now I promise you, you have showed a tender motherly regard to wish me wed to one half lunatic.
Oh, mother, 'tis thus. Yourself and all the world that have talked to her have talked amiss of her. If she be cursed, it is for policy, for she's not froward, but modest as the dove. She's not hot, but temperate as the morn. And to conclude, we've agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day. Yay!
I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first.
Good one, Kate. 'Tis bargain twixt us twain, being alone, that she will still be cursed in company. I tell you, 'tis incredible to believe how much she loves me. Oh, the kindest Kate. She hung about my neck, and kiss on kiss, she vied so fast, protesting oath on oath that in a twink she won me to her love.
I know not what to say, but give me your hands. God send you joy, Petruchia. 'Tis a match.
Mother and wife, adieu. I will away. Sunday comes apace. We will have rings and things in fine array. And kiss me, Kate. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Way to go, Petruchia.
You must lend me these, Basil. I want to learn them. They're perfectly charming.
That entirely depends on how you sit today, Dorian.
Tired of sitting, and I don't want a life-size portrait of myself. I beg your pardon, Basil, but I didn't know you had anyone with you.
Oh, this is Lord Henry Wotton, an old Oxford friend of mine. I've just been telling him what a capital sitter you were, and now you have spoiled everything.
Spoiled my pleasure in meeting you, Mr. Gray. My aunt's often spoken to me about you. One of her favorites, and I'm afraid one of her victims, too.
I am in Lady Agatha's black books at present. I promised to go to a club in Whitechapel with her last Tuesday, and I really forgot all about it. I don't know what she will say. I am far too frightened to call.
I will make your peace with my aunt. She is quite devoted to you, truly.
Harry, I want to finish this picture today. Would you think it's awfully rude of me if I asked you to go away?
Am I to go, Mr. Gray?
Basil, if Lord Henry Wotton goes, I shall go too. You never open your lips while you were painting, and it is horribly dull standing on a platform trying to look pleasant. Ask him to stay. I insist upon it.
Stay, Harry, to oblige Dorian and to oblige me. It is quite true. I never talk when I'm working, or listen either. And it must be dreadfully tedious for my unfortunate sitters. I beg you to stay. And now, Dorian, get up on the platform and don't pay attention to what Lord Henry says. He has a very bad influence over his friends, with the single exception of myself.
Have you really a very bad influence, Lord Henry? As bad as Basil says?
There's no such thing as a good influence, Mr. Gray. All influence is immoral. Immoral from the scientific point of view, that is.
Why?
Why? Because to influence a person is to give him one's own soul. He does not think his natural thoughts or burn with his natural passions. His virtues are not real to him. His sins, if there are such things as sins, are borrowed. The aim of life is self-development. To realize one's nature perfectly, well, that is what each of us is here for, and yet I believe...
Head a little more to the right, Dorian.
And yet I believe that if we were to live out this life fully and completely, were to give form to every feeling, expression to every thought, reality to every dream, the world would gain such a fresh impulse of joy. The only way to get rid of a temptation is to yield to it. Resist it, and your soul grows sick with longing for the things it is forbidden to itself, with desire for what its monstrous laws have made monstrous and unlawful. You, Mr. Gray, with your rose-red youth and your rose-white boyhood, you have had passions that have made you afraid, thoughts that have filled you with terror, daydreams and sleeping dreams, whose mere memory might stain your cheek.
Stop! Stop! You bewilder me! I don't know what to say. There's some answer to you, but I cannot find it. Don't speak. Let me think, or let me try not to think. Basil, I am tired of standing. I must go to the sitting room. The air is stifling in here.
I'm really sorry, but you have never sat better. You were perfectly still. And I've cut the effect I wanted, the half-parted lips and the bright look in the eyes. I don't know what Harry has been saying to you, but he has certainly made you have the most wonderful expression. I suppose he's been paying you compliments? You mustn't believe a word that he says.
He has certainly not been paying me compliments. Perhaps that is the reason I don't believe anything he has told me.
You know you believe it all. I'll go to the sitting room with you. It truly is horribly hot in this studio. Basil, bring us something iced to drink. Something with strawberries in it.
Certainly, Harry. I have got to work up this background, so I will join you later on. This is going to be my masterpiece. It is my masterpiece as it stands.
Let us go sit in the shade. If you stay any longer in this glare, you will be quite spoiled, and Basil will never paint you again. You really must not allow yourself to become overheated. It would be unbecoming.
It doesn't matter.
It should matter everything to you, Mr. Gray.
Why?
Because you have the most marvelous youth, and youth is the one thing worth having.
I don't feel that, Lord Henry.
You have a wonderfully beautiful face, Mr. Gray. When your youth goes, your beauty will go with it. You will suddenly discover that there are no triumphs left for you, or have to content yourself with those mean triumphs that the mere memory of your past will make more bitter than defeats. Time is jealous of you and wars against your lilies and roses. Don't squander your youth listening to the tedious, trying to improve the hopeless failure, or giving yourself away to the ignorant, the common, and the vulgar. These are the sickly aims, the false ideals of our age. Be afraid of nothing. The world belongs to you for a season. Youth. Youth. There is absolutely nothing in this world but youth.
I am waiting. Do come in. The light is quite perfect, and you can read your drinks.
You're glad you have met me, Mr. Gray.
Yes, I am glad now. I wonder, shall I always be glad?
Always. That's such a dreadful word. It really makes me shudder when I hear it. People are so fond of using it that they spoil every romance by trying to make it last forever. It's a meaningless word, too. The only difference between a caprice and a lifelong passion is that the caprice lasts a little longer.
In that case, let our friendship be a caprice.
Cheers to that.
It is quite finished.
My dear fellow, I congratulate you most warmly. It is truly the finest portrait of modern times.
Is it really finished?
Quite finished. And you have sat splendidly today. I'm awfully obliged to you. Don't you like it?
Of course he likes it. Who wouldn't like it? It's one of the greatest things in modern art. I'll give you anything for it. Truly, I must have it.
It is not my property, Harry.
Then whose property is it?
Dorian's, of course.
He is one lucky fellow.
How sad it is. How sad it is. I shall grow old and horrible and dreadful, but this picture will remain always young. I'll never be older than this particular day. If it were only the other way around, if it was I who was to be always young and the picture that was to grow old, for that I would give everything. Yes, there is nothing in the whole world I would not give. I would give my soul for that.
You would hardly care for such an arrangement, Basil. It would be rather hard lines on your work.
I should object very strongly, Harry.
I believe you would, Basil. You like your art better than your friends. How long will you like me? Till I have my first wrinkle, I suppose? No. No, I know now that when one loses one's good looks, one loses everything. Lord Henry Wotton is perfectly right. Youth is the only thing worth having. And when I find that I'm growing old, I shall kill myself.
Dorian! Don't talk like that. I have never had such a friend as you, and I shall never have another. You are not jealous of material things, are you? You who are finer than any of them.
I am jealous of everything whose beauty does not die. I am jealous of the portrait you have painted of me. Why should it keep what I must lose? Every moment that passes takes something from me and gives something to it. Why did you paint it? It will mock me horribly someday.
Between you both, you have made me hate the finest piece of work I have ever done. And I will destroy it. What is it but canvas and color?
Don't, Basil, don't. It would be murder.
I am glad you appreciate my work at last, Dorian. I never thought you would.
Appreciate it. I'm in love with it, Basil. It's part of myself. I feel that.
Well, as soon as you are dry, you shall be varnished and framed and sent home. Then you can do what you like with yourself.
If you let anyone have it but me, Basil, I shall never forgive you.
You know the picture is yours, Dorian. I gave it to you before it existed.
Let us go to the theater tonight. There's gotta be something on somewhere.
It's such a bore putting on one's dress clothes. And when one has them on, they are so horrid.
I should like to come to the theater with you, Lord Henry.
Then you shall come. And you will come too, Basil, won't you?
I can't, really. I would sooner not. I have a lot of work to do.
Well, then you and I shall go alone, Mr. Gray.
I should like that awfully.
I shall stay with the real Dorian.
Is it the real Dory? Am I really like that?
Yes, you were just like that. At least you're like it in appearance. But it will never alter. That is something. Don't go to the theater tonight, Dorian. Stop and dine with me.
I can't, Basil. I promised Lord Henry Wotton to go with him.
He won't like you the better for keeping your promises. He always breaks his own. I beg you not to go.
I must go, Basil.
Very well. It is rather late, and as you have to dress, you better lose no time. Goodbye, Harry. Goodbye, Dorian. Come and see me soon. Come tomorrow.
Certainly.
Come, Mr. Gray. My car is outside, and I can drop you off at your own place. No. Goodbye, Basil. It truly has been a most interesting afternoon.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
I don't know why you're asking me. It was your idea to talk to somebody, and this seemed like the best option.
Yeah, but just support for former Shakespearean heroines makes me feel outdated.
Outdated?
Like, I should be on a Where Are They Now program on daytime television that nobody cares about.
Look, I'm sure it can't be that bad. Everybody here has to be in the same boat, right?
You, Warren, you managed to live.
Hey, look, somebody else is here.
Is this the support group meeting?
Unfortunately.
Yes, it's lovely to meet you. Juliet, right?
Yeah. And you are?
Oh, supporting a friend to overcome some trauma.
Oh, would you like an award?
Yeah.
I'm Ophelia, and this piece of work is Horatio.
Didn't you live through your play?
Let's not get into the specifics. What brings you to the support group, Juliet?
What do you think?
I wouldn't.
I'm just trying to make conversation.
Arranged marriage, star-crossed lovers, faked my death, then didn't fake my death, only to discover that I didn't have to not fake it. You get the idea?
I'm starting to.
It might be a good idea to let him sit this one out.
Hey!
Just don't. I want to make it through this meeting in one piece.
Oh, God, if that's what I think it is, then I don't think that's going to be in the cards for us, bud.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad to see everyone here. We've got quite the discussion ahead of us, so allow me to call roll and we'll get started. When I call you, give your name, where you're from, and what brings you here,
This should be good.
Desdemona.
That's me. Hi, everyone. My name is Desdemona. I'm from Venice.
Oh my god, it's so romantic there. What?
Anyways, I'm from Venice, and I lived there until my husband and I ran into some marital issues.
Thank you, dear. Husbands are tricky. Believe me, I should know. Uh, oh, Juliet.
Oh, that's me. Hi, everyone. My name is Juliet, but you all probably knew that already. I'm from Verona, which you all probably know about too, and I'm here today because of my first true love, Romeo Montague.
Sorry, what? You're still together?
Oh, absolutely not. He's a piece of shit. What sort of guy looks at a 13-year-old and decides to marry her? Granted, it was either him or a dusty old count, but honestly, how messed up is it that my parents wanted to saddle me off with some old guy just for the sake of, what, politics? Oh my god, it was so annoying. I was 13. I don't know what love is. I don't know what marriage is, and you can bet your ass that I didn't get that talk from my parents. Like, no, Mom, I don't want to get married before I graduate the 8th grade, thanks.
Right. Well, thank you, Juliet. I'm sure we have lots to talk about.
That's an understatement.
Moving right along. Cordelia.
That's me.
What say you?
Don't make me say it.
Sorry, I couldn't resist, but proceed.
I'm Cordelia, former Princess of England and former Queen of France. I probably wouldn't be here if my entire family and kingdom didn't decide to tear each other's throats out.
I thought it was eyes.
Dumb.
Looks like we got some competition, huh?
Competition for trauma. Horatio, please.
Well, it seems as if we have 2 new additions. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, I presume.
Really? Close?
This is Horatio. I'm Ophelia, and that's all we're at liberty to say right now.
I mean, that's fair, I guess.
Yes. Well, very well. We'll proceed, but Ophelia, Horatio, please be more considerate of our time and purpose here together.
No problem, ma'am.
Now, if that's everyone, we can get started. Desdemona, I believe we can pick up where we left off before with the whole meddling in science and third parties thing.
Right. Well, for those of you who don't know, relationships are one thing on a one-to-one basis, but can entirely change when other people get involved. Believe me, it can be rough when other people's opinions get in the way of yours. But that's why.
Hey, is this the support group thing?
Yes, although I'm afraid we're close to new members for days. You need to go through the...
Come on, you're all just sitting around complaining about the people that screwed you over, right?
I'm sorry, who is this?
The name's Phoebe Quince, and if someone will allow me, I'm in dire need of ranting. Also, I'm hiding.
Hiding?
Hiding?
Hiding from who?
Absolutely not! We are close. I'm sorry, but you need to go...
The worst, most pompous figure in the whole universe. I gave him a fake address so he wouldn't know where to follow me before our rehearsals.
Careful with that. Fake things and Shakespearean men don't necessarily mix. If we got to my presentation, then maybe...
What? Is he your boyfriend or something?
Your fiance?
No.
Your father?
Your husband's right-hand man who ultimately exploits the fractures in your existing relationship?
The hell? No, none of that. He's just annoying.
I know a little bit what that's like. Okay.
Didn't you live through your story? The hell are you here for?
Enough, Miss Quiche, was it? I'll make an exception just this once. But if you're to remain, you must sit and participate like the rest of the group.
Yes, I promise you won't even know I'm here.
We can only hope. Now, Desdemona, if you will.
Right, thank you. So as I was saying, people meddling in your relationship can never be a good thing. Of course, there's always the hope that you can hang on to that your partner trusts you. But that brings me to my next point. Trust is...
No phones, Miss Kingsay.
Sorry, I'll take care of it. Okay, proceed.
I guess I'll just jump ahead then. Would anyone like to share how someone has meddled in their relationship before? Someone other than Juliet. Ophelia, how about you?
No, I'm alright.
Come on, I know you want to.
Really? I'm okay.
Come on!
I said no!
Miss Quiche,
Sorry.
you are on thin ice. Need I remind you that we don't take well
Yeah,
to
I'm a disgrace, I know, okay? But listen, we're in trouble.
Trouble?
What kind of trouble?
The worst kind of trouble. The kind of trouble we all came here to avoid. He's coming.
Who's coming?
What, that random guy you were talking about?
His name is Nick Bottom, and he's on his way here if my actors are correct.
Your actors?
I run a theater troupe in Athens. I told them to keep Bottom distracted while I came here, but he must have gotten away. And, knowing him, he's probably almost here.
How will we know?
Oh, you'll know.
Well, I hardly think that this, Nick Bottom, was it, will be much cause for... Oh dear.
Alack! Alack the night! For I, Pyramus, will...
Exactly.
What can we do? I've had enough of people interrupting today, let alone if they're just some random guy. This is supposed to be a therapeutic experience where we can all talk, and we've gotten sidetracked.
Oh, have we?
Absolutely. But I'm no stranger to schemes. What do we need to do?
I could help too. I've been told I can be intimidating, especially to men.
Yes, perfect. Desdemona, you in?
I guess I could come up with something, sure.
I'll help too, in case he needs to be scared off by another manly man.
Yes, exactly. So who'd you have in mind?
Me.
Oh, I mean, yes, of course. Ophelia, Cordelia, you guys want to help?
I've had enough scheming for a lifetime.
I'll pass too.
Suit yourself. All right, I can see it now. We're gonna need some cloaks, some red lipstick, maybe some fake knives or something. Ooh, does anyone have a cauldron?
I do.
So, you want to talk about it?
Do I have to?
You don't have to do anything you don't want to, but might be helpful to talk things out.
I'd talk to Horatio about it.
Did he help?
Oh yeah, totally, of course. He did. Okay, so maybe it wasn't the kind of help I needed, but don't get me wrong, he's a great friend.
He just doesn't get what it's like.
Exactly. It's like, sure, he was there and he dealt with Hamlet as much as I did, but what did he really lose, That sounds horrible, doesn't it? We all lost something that day, and I shouldn't denounce his own grief.
But how did you feel?
Lost. Trapped. Like, I was screaming and screaming for someone to listen, but no one would hear me. Or if they did, they just brushed it off as nonsense.
I know a little of what that's like.
Right, it's just... How can we say the most and yet still not be heard?
I'm afraid I don't have a very good answer for you, but what I can tell you is that even though you weren't heard then, you're heard now. This group might feel like pulling teeth sometimes, but we're all in the same boat.
The screwed over by men boat? I think virtually every woman's been a part of that one.
But we've got each other's back. Sure, we all dealt with things differently, but what matters is that we're here for one another and we help one another. And without listening to each other, or worse, only telling people what we want to hear, we don't really get anywhere, do we?
I guess not. Thanks, Cordelia. You should be running this joint instead of Lady Macbeth.
No, absolutely not. As far as she's concerned, this conversation never happened. She doesn't really do well with power struggles.
Oh god, you're right.
Are we all met?
But
Did you hear somebody?
Maybe someone came back already?
Well, hello there, fair ladies. Tell me, have you seen a playwright by the name of Phoebe Quince around here? I'm her best actor, and I'm certain that she's hiding a secret production from me. I prithee, have you met her?
Oh my god, he actually talks like that?
You're Nick Bottom?
Oh, so you've heard of me?
Sure, let's say that.
I'm afraid you just missed Quinn. Should we take a message, or...?
Oh no, that won't be a problem. I'll just wait right here until she comes back.
Oh, I know you...
Oh,
You know what? This kind of reminds me of a play we did last year. It was a brilliant thing. Pyramus and Thisbe. I played Pyramus, of course, but, you know, there was this one rehearsal where I just totally lost my castmates. I took a nap, and then I had the weirdest dream. There were fairies and donkeys and just all kinds of random stuff. But when I woke up, I took it upon myself, as a natural-born creative, to write my own play. We're still in the early stages. I have an empty Word doc, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if... Hello? Hello? Where did everybody go? Yeah, there you are, Phoebe Quince. I've been looking for you everywhere, and I must say I do not appreciate being made to wait.
I'm so sorry, Bottom. It's just that, well, I'm afraid you've got me at the wrong time.
The wrong time? What do you mean?
Shall I not then be stifled in the vault to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes?
Oh, I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain time to walk the night.
Ere my will did trespass against his love, either in discourse or thought or actual deed, or that mine eyes, mine ear, or any sense delighted them in any other form, or that I do not yet, and ever did and ever will, though he do shake me off to beggarly divorcement, love him dearly. Comfort forswear me.
But that I am forbid to tell the secrets of my prison house. I could a tale unfold whose lightest word would harrow up thy soul.
Out, damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2, why 10 this time to do it. Oh, hell, it's murky. Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier and feared? What we need we fear, who knows it, when none can call our power into account.
Unkindness may do much, and his unkindness may defeat my life, but never taint my love.
But this eternal blazon
I cannot
must
say
not
what
be to ears of flesh and blood.
The word to do the act of my edition, and not the world's
With
massive
hands
it
be
make
clean.
me.
Living mortals hearing them run mad.
Come. 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 Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed!
Oh my god, I can't believe that actually worked.
Thought he was a donkey for a couple of days. You'd be surprised what a guy like him could believe. My work here is done. Same time next week?
Sit anywhere you like.
Thank you. You feeling okay?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Guess I should take that as a no then.
No. I guess I just need some food in me. Although I am feeling a bit loopy too.
We should get some water in you.
Dude, some water sounds really good right about now. You always know what I need.
That's probably the best idea you've had for the last 7 hours.
Hey, I have great ideas when I get wasted. Thank you very much.
You would call drunk dialing your ex a great idea.
Well, you know, in the moment, I just kinda wanted to speak what's on my mind. Ugh. What would you have done?
Kept drinking my water.
Touche.
Hi there, gals. Do you need more time with the menu?
No, I think we know what we want.
Yeah, can I get 2 pancakes with a side of eggs, over easy, and like a bunch of hash browns too?
Sure thing.
I'll just have the French toast with the sausage links.
You got it, hun. We'll come out with all that in a jiff.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All that rain.
What's up?
I mean, it's nothing. I just hate getting wet.
But
no, you know what I mean.
yeah, I know. I mean, I've always liked the rain.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to put it, but it keeps me, like, grounded, you know? Like, sometimes when things seem too much for me, the rain can help me calm down. Sometimes I'll just put on some rain sounds on my phone to help me get to sleep when I get insomnia.
You have insomnia?
Yeah, sometimes. It really sucks because I know I have to go to sleep. And it's not like I don't want to, but some part of my brain just yanks me back to stay awake.
That's so terrible. I never knew that you had insomnia.
I mean, it isn't like it happens every night. Usually when I'm feeling anxious over something. But it takes a while to actually get back to sleep, but putting on those rain sounds can help me ease back into unconsciousness. It's just really frustrating, you know? Like, knowing I could be getting more sleep, but I'm not.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I mean, I don't think I have insomnia, but all the work I have to do for my major doesn't help either.
Oof, that is rough. Late night homework is always rough.
Yeah, it can get a bit much sometimes. I mean, I would love it if I could just forget about it, but some voice in my head tells me that, you know, that I have to get it all done right away. And the next thing I know, I get bothered by the sun rising on my computer screen.
Well, you know, you could always give me a call sometime to be study buddies again, like back in sophomore year in high school when we had the same free period.
Yeah, that was great. Jeez, was that the only time our schedules matched up in all of high school?
Didn't we have German together?
No, it was because of our German classes that we had that free period in the first place.
Yes, Mr. Schneider. Oh my gosh. But yeah, if you want to do that again, you know, just like give me a call. It's not like I'll be getting any sleep anyway.
Yeah, I am.
Here we are. Pancakes and eggs over easy with hash browns, and the French toast with bacon.
Oh, that was fast.
Oh, Lord. You asked for the sausage links, didn't you tell me?
No, it's fine.
You sure?
It's all pork anyway, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the bacon is perfect for me.
Okay then, enjoy your meal, you two.
I don't know if I say this enough, but you're so kind, Matilda.
Am I?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not very confrontational when it comes to that stuff.
You know, that's something my ex would do.
What? Be confrontational?
Oh my gosh, it seemed like it would happen almost every time we were out on a date. We would be doing something stupid, like getting boba tea. Then they would get my order wrong because they're getting paid way too little and it's super busy. But I don't even care. I probably wasn't going to finish it in the first place. But then he finds out and just has a fit with the employees.
That's the worst. Oh my god.
It really is.
I hate it when men feel like they have to fight for our honor because they feel like we've been wronged or something.
Yeah, and I'm just standing there while everyone's watching me, and all I want to do is curl up and die. I shouldn't say that. It's just
a fucking boba. Like, give me a break.
Exactly, God. I am so glad I dumped him. I mean, it wasn't the only reason we split up, but I'm glad nonetheless. And I'm glad you stopped me from drunk dialing him, because that would not have been fun for anybody.
That's just a bad idea in general.
But that's what I mean, though. Not that, no. Well, what was I going on about? Oh, yes, no. My original point is that you shouldn't freak out if you get something you didn't ask for.
I mean, shouldn't that be the bare minimum, like, to treat people with respect?
Yeah, I know, but you let me crash the night at your dorm and you bothered to get breakfast with me.
Well, you said you were hungry, so...
But, like, you're just such a good friend.
Thanks, Beth. It's nice to hear that.
It's true, though.
Feeling better?
Oh, yeah, God, the food here is so good. I hope this place never closes down.
I wouldn't know what to do if it does, honestly.
Me either. Well, maybe I would actually learn how to make my own pancakes to start.
Another great idea. I mean, I'm pretty lousy when it comes to cooking, though.
Me too. But you have to practice for that kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't know where to start. You know, there's a million cookbooks out there and millions more on the internet. It's so overwhelming.
Have to start somewhere, right? I mean, I didn't know what I was doing when I first picked up a camera. And now I want to make a career out of taking photos. You know how insane that is?
No, it's totally true. I mean, I never think about it, but I dreaded taking my first actual engineering course here. I almost failed and was on probation too, but I kept at it until it sort of clicked, you know?
Yeah, I totally get that. That's the best, when you finally get it down and have a strong grasp on what you want to do.
Yeah. Hey, here's an idea. What if we meet up and try to learn how to cook together? I mean, yeah, it would be kind of weird trying to learn how to cook in the dorms, but...
Yeah, that could be neat. We could try different recipes. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Really?
Yeah, it would.
Hi, you two. Ready for the bill?
Yes, please.
Okay, are you two together?
Yes, separate's fine.
You betcha.
Was that just me, or did she think that we were...
We were what?
You know...
Wait, Matilda, how is that going to help me?
Like, together, or something.
What? Oh, I see. Yeah, well, what the heck, that, like, never happens.
But we're like...
Not dating or anything.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Totally.
And here you two are. Just head up to the register whenever you're ready.
Thanks.
Oh, Jinx. You two are so cute.
Okay, so, like...
So odd. I mean, we both know that she doesn't know, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm not complaining, but...
This is so hilarious. Let me text Steve. Wait. You said you're not complaining?
But, like, we're friends.
That's... I don't mean to alarm you, but I think we both got outed, whether we like it or not, by...
By a waitress?
Beth, I see you blushing. Now I know something's up.
Yeah. Like,
Is there something you'd like to say to me?
You want to go make pancakes or something sometime?
I'd love to.
It is very seldom that mere ordinary people like John and myself secure ancestral halls for the summer. There is something strange about the house. I can feel it. Else, why should it be let so cheaply, and why have stood so long untenanted? I even said so to John one moonlight evening, but he said what I felt was a draught and shut the window. John laughs at me, of course, but one expects that in marriage. John is practical in the extreme. He has no patience with faith, an intense horror of superstition, and he scoffs openly at any talk of things not to be felt and seen and put down in figures. John is a physician, and perhaps, that is one reason I do not get well faster. You see, he does not believe I am sick, and what can one do? If a physician of high standing and one's own husband assures friends and relatives that there is really nothing the matter with one but temporary nervous depression, a slight hysterical tendency, what is one to do? So I take phosphates or phosphites, whichever it is, and tonics and journeys and air and exercise, and I am absolutely forbidden to work until I am well again. Personally, I disagree with his ideas. But what is one to do? He said we came here solely on my account, and that I was to have perfect rest and all the air I could get. So we took the room at the top of the stairs. It was nursery first, for the windows are barred for little children. I never saw a worse wallpaper in all my life. It is dull enough to confuse the eye in following, pronounced enough to constantly irritate and provoke study. And when you follow the lame, uncertain curves for a little distance, they suddenly commit suicide, plunge off at outrageous angles to destroy themselves in unheard of contradictions. The color is repellent, almost revolting, a smoldering, unclean yellow, strangely faded by the slow turning sunlight. It is a dull yet lurid orange in some places, a sickly sulfur tint in others. I should hate to stay in this room long. Oh, there comes John, and I must put this away. What are you doing with the paper, John?
Jane, why did you startle me so? How are you?
I'm all right. What are you doing with the paper, John?
Jenny told me she's found yellow smooches on all your clothes, and mine as well. She asked that we try to be more careful, so that it doesn't stain everything.
Oh, yes. All right. I am growing quite fond of the room, in spite of the paper.
Wonderful, darling. It is peculiar, isn't it? Anyways, I'm glad you're feeling better, dear. I've got to head to town this morning for work, but I'll see you this evening.
Of course. I really have discovered something at last. At night, in any kind of light, in twilight, candlelight, lamplight, and worst of all, by moonlight, it becomes bars. The outside pattern, I mean, and the woman behind it is as plain as can be. The front pattern does move, and no wonder the woman behind shakes it. Sometimes I think there are a great many women behind, and sometimes only one, and she crawls around fast, and her crawling shakes it all over, and she is all the time trying to climb through. But nobody could climb through that pattern. It strangles so. I think that is why it has so many heads. I think that woman gets out in the daytime. I can see her out of every one of my windows. I see her on that long, shaded lane, creeping up and down. I see her in those dark grape arbors, creeping all around the garden. I see her on that long road under the trees, creeping along. And when a carriage comes, she hides under the blackberry vines. I don't blame her a bit. Oh, it must be very humiliating to be caught creeping by daylight. I always lock the door when I creep by daylight. I can't do it at night, for I know John would suspect something at once. I wish he would take another room. Besides, I don't want anybody to get that woman out at night but myself. The fact is, I am getting a little afraid of John. He seems very queer sometimes. It strikes me occasionally, just as a scientific hypothesis, that perhaps it is the paper.
What is it, little girl? Don't go walking about like that. You'll get cold.
John, I'm not improving here. I wish we could go away.
Why, darling? Our lease will be up in 3 weeks, and I can't see how to leave before. The repairs are not done at home, and I cannot possibly leave town just now. Of course, if you were in any danger, I could and would. But you really are better, dear, whether you can see it or not. I am a doctor, dear, and I know. You are gaining flesh and color. Your appetite is better. I feel really much easier about you.
I don't weigh a bit more, nor as much, and my appetite may be better in the evening when you are here, but it is worse in the morning when you are away.
Bless her little heart. She shall be as sick as she pleases. But now let's improve the shining hours by going to sleep, and talk about it in the morning.
And you won't go away?
Why, how can I, dear? It is only 3 weeks, and then we will take a nice little trip of a few days while Jenny is getting the house ready. Really, dear, you are better.
Better in body, perhaps.
My darling, I beg of you, for my sake and for our child's sake, as well as for your own, that you will never for one instant let that idea enter your mind. There is nothing so dangerous, so fascinating to a temperament like yours. It is a false and foolish fancy. Can you not trust me as a physician when I tell you so? You really are eating better, my dear.
I'm feeling ever so much better. I don't sleep much at night, but I sleep a good deal in the daytime.
I am so pleased to see you improve. You seem to be flourishing in spite of this wallpaper.
Yes, dear. I do feel like life is very much more exciting now than it used to be. Like there's something to look forward to.
I told you getting away for the summer would help you, my darling. You must take care of yourself for my sake and keep well.
I had no intention of telling him it was because of the wallpaper. He would make fun of me. He might even want to take me away. I don't want to leave now until I have found it out. It is the strangest yellow, that wallpaper. It makes me think of all the yellow things I ever saw. Not beautiful ones like buttercups, but old, foul, bad yellow things. But there is something else about that paper. The smell. I noticed it the moment we came into the room. It creeps all over the house. It gets into my hair. It used to disturb me at first. I thought seriously of burning the house to reach the smell. But now I am used to it. The only thing I can think of that it is like is the color of the paper. A yellow smell. There are only 2 more days to get this paper off, and I believe John is beginning to notice. I don't like the look in his eyes. He asked me all sorts of questions too, and pretended to be very loving and kind, as if I couldn't see right through him. Hurrah! This is the last day, but it is enough. John had to stay in town overnight. As soon as it was moonlight and that poor thing began to crawl and shake the pattern, I got up and ran to help her. I pulled and she shook, and I shook and she pulled, and before morning we had peeled off yards of that paper. But I forgot I could not reach far without anything to stand on. This bed will not move. I tried to lift it and push it until I was lame, but then I got so angry I bit a little piece off at one corner, but it hurt my teeth. All those strangled heads and bulbous eyes and waddling fungus growths just shriek with derision. I am getting angry enough to do something desperate. To jump out of the window would be admirable exercise, but the bars are too strong to even try. Oh, besides, I wouldn't do it. Of course not. I don't even like to look out of the windows even. There are so many creeping women, and they creep so fast. I wonder if they all came out of the wallpaper as I did. Oh, but it is so pleasant to be able to creep around in this room as I please.
Jane! Jane!
Why is it? Why, there's John at the door. There's no use, young man. You can't open it.
Can someone bring me an axe? Or the key? Where's the key?
It would be a shame to break down such a beautiful door.
Open the door, my darling.
I can't. I can't.
What is the matter? For God's sake, what are you doing?
I've got out at last, in spite of you, and I've pulled off most of the paper so you can't put me back.
everyone. Mom, Dad, Grandma. How's everyone doing?
Oh, we're fine, sweetie. How are you holding up? Are you staying safe?
Well, as safe as I can be living on campus.
Have there been any cases in your building?
As far as I'm aware, no, but you can never really be too sure. Wait, why aren't you guys sharing a camera?
Your mother gets really gassy when she eats potatoes.
Gary!
What? It's true. Are we not allowed to state facts anymore?
It's it's good to see you again, Grandma. How have you been doing?
Fine, dear. Though it's so cold outside, I can't seem to keep my hands warm, even inside of the house.
Ugh, I hate when that happens. Have you been taking your blood pressure medication? That might help.
Don't talk to me like I'm a fucking child, dear. I may be old, but I'm not a pile of dust yet.
Okay. Damn. So, where's Aunt Carol?
Hi, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Nobody waited for me before eating?
You got here late. Dinner started at 4.
No, baby. I arrive exactly when I intend to. Waiting until guests have arrived is common courtesy. Liz, what are you eating?
Ramen.
On Thanksgiving?
I live in a dorm. I can't exactly cook a turkey in the microwave.
But not even a TV dinner?
Why does it matter? The whole point is supposed to be spending time with family anyway. Can't be too sure that the ramen is the weirdest part about this Thanksgiving.
Fine, whatever. So, Liz, how's your lesbian phase going?
It's fine, Aunt Carol.
Is it?
Yep, it's going almost as great as your marriage.
Excuse me?
Oh, I didn't mean anything by that. You know, actually, I'm impressed. 3 husbands. Wow. And this last one, you know, I think you could win some type of award for shortest marriage. If you want, after dinner, I can call up Guinness World Records and ask about their divorce category. I think you dominate.
Listen here, you little carpet monkey.
Now that's enough. It's Thanksgiving, damn it. Today is about family and gratitude. So set your differences aside for one day and enjoy a nice meal with your family. Okay? Good. So here's something that happened to me today. I went to Walmart this morning and flipped off the greeter when he tried to get me to wear a mask. What? Am I not allowed to decide what I wear on my face anymore?
It's not about you. Wearing a mask in public is a necessary safety measure. If you don't wear one, you can catch COVID and spread it to other people before even realizing that you have it.
Masks don't do anything. They're just Democrats testing the waters so they can make it easier to take away our freedoms.
Do you even hear yourself right now? If masks were some kind of conspiracy made up by the Democratic Party, then how come people wear them around the world? The Democratic Party is only relevant in US politics.
The Democrats are part of a worldwide conspiracy led by China. They want to shut down our economy so China can rule the whole world market. Don't be so naive.
Oh, I'm naive? Well, at least I'm not a dumbass.
Did you knock it off? I can't stand to sit here and listen to your bickering anymore. I thought it would be nice to try and celebrate Thanksgiving together over video chat, but apparently that was too much to ask. Sorry I made you all do this. Clearly you all hate each other. So shame on me for wanting to spend some socially distant quality time with my family. Shame on me. Excuse
me. So Liz, how's college?
It's fine.
Okay, how are your classes going? You doing well?
They're fine.
You dating anyone?
No, not really. Well, actually, kind of. There's this girl that I've been texting for a couple of weeks, but, you know, we haven't really gone on a date yet because of the pandemic. She's really cool. It's not serious yet or anything.
You know, I experimented with women in college.
Oh, that's nice, Grandma.
Yeah, it was while your grandpa and I were on our little break before we got married. I don't know what you get out of it though, dear. I felt like I was sealing 100 envelopes one after another.
Oh, come on, Grandma. I don't want to hear this.
Well, you never know. Maybe you'll find it relatable. It felt good receiving, but it didn't stretch me out quite like your grandfather's big round.
Okay. I have heard enough. Dad, have you been hunting recently?
No. Joe pussied out on me because he wants to practice social distancing.
Speaking of hunting, have you guys noticed my new fur coat? It's fabulous, isn't it?
Oh, my screen must have been a little bit blurry. This entire time I thought that you were wearing a dog draped around your shoulders.
Oh, baby. Santa's gonna shit in your stocking this year.
You know, if you shock the world somehow and end up on the nice list, maybe Santa will bring you a fat stack of cash to pay off your legal fees. You know, from your divorce.
Oh, Berg!
Hey, everybody. Sorry if I got a little emotional before. I'm calmer now. Did I miss anything?
Mom, your makeup is a little smudged.
Oh. Did I get it?
Sure.
You know what? This is so damn stupid. Teresa, honey, you tried your best with this whole video chat thing, but it's just not worth it. We should all be together. I get that some people are scared of the virus, but this is just ridiculous.
None of us are happy about this arrangement, but it's the best we can do right now.
But this is pointless. None of us have the damn virus. It's perfectly safe for us to be together.
You remember my friend Kara from high school? Her mom died 2 weeks ago. She was a greeter at Walmart. People started doing this thing where they just cough in her face whenever she tells them to put a mask on, and one of them must have been asymptomatic. She did everything she was supposed to. She wore a mask in public. She stayed 6 feet apart from everybody. She only left the house to go to work or to get groceries. She even carried a little bottle of hand sanitizer in her pocket at all times. But because of the actions of a few people that she had no control over, she got sick and it killed her. Kara has 3 younger siblings, and now they all have to move in with their grandma because nobody else will take care of them.
That's very, very unfortunate, but I don't see what this has to do with me.
You're no different than the people who killed Kara's mom.
That's bullshit. Look, I stay home often, and I've been working from home for the past 8 months. All I'm saying is that we should be able to celebrate Thanksgiving with each other in person.
Yes, it sucks right now. And our current Thanksgiving arrangement is less than ideal, but if everything works out favorably, we'll be able to be together again next year. Kara won't be able to see her mom ever again. Not on Thanksgiving, not on Christmas, not ever.
But none of us have the virus. I don't see the harm in celebrating together if we're all healthy.
One of us could have it right now and just be asymptomatic. You do realize that, right? If we were to eat together in person and one of us had it, Grandma could get it. And there's a very little chance that she would survive that.
I ain't getting taken out by no damn virus. When I go, it'll be from me doing something badass, like riding on a shark or pole dancing on top of a volcano.
Hey, Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I look forward to most about next year's Thanksgiving? Your stuffing.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, I'll make some extra for you to take home with you.
I'd appreciate that, baby.
So Liz, tell me about this girl you've been talking to. What's she like?
She's cool. She's really funny. She doesn't know a thing about baseball, but I'm willing to forgive her for that.
You know, your grandfather and I got engaged at a baseball game.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Yeah, maybe you could do what he did with this girl if everything goes well between you two.
Was it romantic?
He hid the ring in my chili dog.